Hi everyone, good morning. This is Jessica. I'm one of the MDs for high school, and today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Desia, asking him some questions about his heritage for Hispanic Heritage Month. Hi Mr. Desia, how are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you again, Jessica.
So the first question, we want to ask you, where are you originally from?
Well, originally I'm from Argentina. That's one of the southernmost countries in South America.
Nice. And when did you come to the U.S.?
In Argentina, I was studying in a Seventh-day Adventist university. And then I get to know who is my wife today. She, Maria Luisa, is from Brazil. So we study a few years together. Then she moved back to Brazil and I moved also there. And after a couple of years, we got married in Brazil. And then we moved. Actually, we got married and then we moved to United States. But United States was Puerto Rico. Okay, we went to Puerto Rico that belongs to United States. You know, United States is it's an island in the Caribbean that is part of the United States. So we did all the visas and everything to come as students, okay, to United States. But we went to the university in Puerto Rico. After 5 years in Puerto Rico, we came to continental United States in Washington, D.C. and Maryland.
How was the transition in cultures coming from Argentina and Brazil and Puerto Rico into the United States?
But when we moved to Puerto Rico, everything, you know, the Spanish was different. Every country, the Spanish of every country is different. Like in Argentina, we call you vos.
Yeah.
Okay? And in Puerto Rico, it's tú. And there were many words that even though we were like living in a Spanish-speaking country, I have to adapt because I have to change the way that I was talking because people didn't understand me. When we moved to the United States, we didn't know much of English. You know, like I took some English classes, you know, back in high school in my country, but you know, it's like this is a pen, this is a ruler. I remember that I was like staying to very late at night and very early in the morning. I was going to school and writing everything on the board before the students were going to come because I was, just to be sure that I was spelling every word correctly. The transition, you know, the first years, especially with English, was hard. We were like watching movies and we're bothering our friends, you know. What did they say? Can you pause? Can you explain what did they say? Oh man, poor friends here in America, you know, like they have to translate, you know, watch a movie and you have to stop, you know. Takes many years, you know, takes many years, like when you grew up in other culture, other language. Speaking Spanish, then I moved to Brazil, so Portuguese was my second one, and then English is my third language.
Can you tell us one of your favorite foods from either Argentina or Brazil?
If I mention, you know, it's my mom food, but my mom food is like, was mostly German food, okay?
Wow.
Some names are like a Kraupirog, other one is Kätznoodle. Also, all the food of my grandma. My grandma, like, she was like waking up she was Italian and her name was Assunta Donata Di Filippo Desia. She was waking up at 4 a.m. and we were like going to visit her. And then at 10 a.m. and she had all the pastas ready and the pizza ready and the cakes ready, everything. She did by herself like gnocchis, raviolis, cannellonis, pizzas, everything. The homemade Italian food from my grandma and the homemade like food from my mom, what I miss the most when I came here.
What is the thing that you value the most from your heritage?
Family is the most important thing. You know, the values that we inherit from our great-grandparents and grandparents and parents is something that continue with us. And I think that happened with all immigrants. You know, we assimilate in the way that we learn the language, you know, learn English, we learn the history, you know, to the point that I'm teaching U.S. history. You know, we assimilate that way, but that doesn't mean we need to leave behind our values, you know, and that is, you know, carry, and I hope that is going to continue for generations.
I hope you all learned something a little bit more about Mr. Desia and his heritage. this is also a reminder that all you need to do to learn a little bit more about someone is just ask. So yeah, thank you so much for coming, Mr. Desia.
Muchas gracias a ti. Okay.
Gracias.